YouTube faithful, what is going on? It's Flex Friday. I hope you enjoyed your little break because the MLB is finally back right where it belongs on our PrizePicks screen. So if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, new, old, whatever, hit the like button. I'm going to try to keep it 10 minutes today because I will be driving to Dallas later on for a weekend getaway with the wife, and on top of that, at the Rangers game come Sunday. So I need to get a nuke and hit my Flex Friday to get in the mix, baby. You know what I'm saying? Trying to free roll. So let's see if we can get anything cooking here, okay? Like I said, MLB's back. I will say this, the PGA has been in full swing. The PGA Open, it's been an absolute disaster class as far as the veterans like Tiger Woods. He's pretty much done. He's in last place. He didn't even come close to making the cut. His under birdies and over strokes was a wagon. Unfortunately, round one, it didn't work out, but round two, I was able to capitalize. It's just bad weather, and it's just playing extremely hard. Told you guys that that course had the potential to do it, and sure enough, it did. Summer League has been good. It's been pretty much hit or miss. Yesterday had a slip that should have hit. It got chalked on the last leg in the last 30 seconds, but there's always value to be had. But finally, MLB has returned, and the first guy I want to talk about is Freddy Freeman. 1.5 hits, runs, ribbies, RBIs. That's runs brought in, you clown. So, Cap, why not Ohtani? Because why Ohtani? I'm looking at Freddy Freeman today. Let me cook. Freddy Freeman. Right here, if we go over to DG, we could see he's minus 140 on DraftKings. He's minus 125, minus 130. So let's just call it minus 130 across the books. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of value. Not really. Remember, if it's 52%, you're not really getting any value. You need 54.5. But it is nice to see to be able to compare everything in real time across the other books. I love it. Makes my job easier and saves me a lot of time, fella. So now we can go over here and look at the nitty gritty. Well, what's good, Cap? What's good? Why do you like it? Well, he's playing Pivetta, and check this out. In 30 plate appearances, he's gotten 12 hits. He has a decent slug percentage, a low K rate, and a low walk rate, and a high average, 0.44. Look at his splits. Versus right-handed pitchers, he's shelling them, 0.320, 0.358 batted balls in play. The hard hit velocity, it doesn't really matter, but it does give it a little bit more chance of a home run, I guess. But you can see all the stats here, and you can see Pivetta struggles against lefties, 0.205. He's given up 3.89 earned runs. And then let's go look at his pitching arsenal, okay? Fastballs, Freeman shells them, 0.400 weighted on base average, low K rate. That's his number one pitch 50% of the time. We'll round it to 50. He does struggle a little bit against the sliders. 22% of the time he's getting Ks, but it's a low sample size, only 248 pitches. I've seen worse weighted on base averages than 0.322. And then if you look at the curveball, almost a 0.500 weighted on base average, only Ks 12% of the time. But again, the sample sizes are even smaller. And then the cutter, he struggles against the cutter. That's his weakest pitch, but that's 7%. I would expect Pivetta to throw a lot of cutters today, but when you're throwing 50% of the time fastballs, he's going to throw a couple down there. So you take all that, and then you go to the heat maps, and you look at this. Pivetta throws the bottom right corner 16% of the time. Bang! Freeman can get it right there. 0.263 average, and then 0.33 over here on the left side. So if Pivetta tries to paint those corners, we're in good shape. Again, all of this stuff is low sample sizes, but if you put all three things together, the heat maps, the pitch arsenal, and the weighted on base averages, I gotta take it, man. I can't not take it. This is for over half a hit, by the way. But PrizePicks doesn't really have over half a hit unless you want to take the Gabi. I personally want to take the hits, runs, RBIs at 1.5 and get my normal payout. You can look at his last 20 and you can see he's hit it in 55% of the time. Everyone's going to be fresh on their feet. They all had a little bit of a break, so hopefully Freddy Freeman gets it done. If you think he's going to get walked and not really going to get any chances at a hit, you could take his fantasy score because you would get a little bit of points for if he does get walked. You will get around 2 points. In fact, you will get 2 points. So either or, but I'm taking this. Anytime there's heavy hitters at 1.5, I usually just take it. If I can find a reason to declare it a good matchup, which I just did based on the historical data, I'm going to take it. There's a few guys that are just like that for me. Brian Reynolds is usually one of those guys, so if you wanted to take him today, I wouldn't hate it, but the fact is I'm going with Nola because my Pirates strike out a lot. That's what they do. They just strike out. The Pirates, they just can't hit the ball because they're Pirates. But have no fear, Pirates are going to turn it around the second half of the season. I know it. I know they are. But we got Aaron Nola. His line's been going from 6 to 6.5 all day long. And fella, when that's happening, Captain Crush usually likes to stay away. But I already locked him in at 6. So here's what we can do. If you want to tail the captain, if I can convince you, then you can take more at 6. Now, my model doesn't really like it. I have him going for roughly 5.88. So I already know it's going to be a sweat. Also, whenever I take pictures against my Pirates, you see the pirate hat? I pay the price. But not today. Today is Flex Friday, so I get a free roll. I don't care. Nola's been a cow for me. A cash cow, that is. So I'm going right back to the well. The last 5 kings are going to love this. They're going to love it. Look at the last 5 kings. They're salivating right now. I know you are, baby. You see the last 5 greens? If you're afraid of the 6, you can take his Gabby. Because I really do think he's getting 5 strikeouts. That, I think, is the safe choice. Remember, folks, there's nothing safe in gambling, especially MLB. But I do think that Gabi has a lot of merit here. He does hold a lot of weight. Now, if you could find Aaron Nola under 2.5 earned runs allowed, I think that is absolutely crispy. But as you can see here, they don't let you take under on it because they have it as a demon. I don't want to take more. I want to take less. Now, there is a place that does have Nola under 2.5 earned runs, and that's none other than Chalkboard. So here you go. Here's my 2-man. It's only 2.38x. I took this as a 2-man. I will be adding legs as the day goes on. I'm pairing him up with Flirty, over 17.5 pitching outs. I have him projected to go 6 innings, which would be 18 pitching outs. I'm going with it. It pays 2.38x. Hopefully it hits. Tail or fade, it's up to you. Promo code CRUSH on Chalkboard. Get your deposit match, and I'll throw in 30 days of the cord. You already know. Now, if we go to Outlier, you can see Aaron Nola's head-to-heads versus the strikeouts. There hasn't been anything for 2024. 2023, he did get 8 and 6, but nobody cares about that. Let's look at his last 20. 40% of the time, he hasn't been hitting this in his last 20. The hit rate's not good, so the unders people that look at this, the hit rates are going to be like, oh, he's only hit 40%. It's an easy under. Oh, look at the last 10. Only 30% of the time he's gone over 6. Now, all of a sudden, the last 5 kings are getting scared. That's why I'm telling y'all, take over 4.5 on the Goblin, because I honestly believe it's going to be extremely hard for him not to get 5Ks. As you can see, his floor is basically 5 strikeouts with a ceiling of roughly 7 to 8. He did have a stinker here versus Boston. His main pitch is going to be his curveball. So if you go here, you can see all of the Pirates are getting shelled by the curve 30% of the time, 25% of the time, 50%, 50%, 35, 50, 44. They're weighted on base averages. There's only 4 of them that are doing anything. But his second pitch, the fastball, obviously the Pirates shell fastballs. They rarely K on fastballs. So I would hope that freaking Nola actually throws the curve today and nothing else, to be honest, because they're pretty much shelling everything else. But if you look at the Pirates overall versus right-handed pitchers, they're striking out 24% of the time. They're ranked 25th. Nola's whip is 1.03, not bad. 8 strikeouts per 9, 3.38 earned runs per 9. So let's look at his earned runs real quick. Under 2.5 is what we want, not over. And you can see he's gone under in 60% of his last 10. He did, again, that Boston game's an outlier game. He did give up 3 to the Braves, to Miami. The Braves have way more heavy hitters than the Pirates do. The Pirates have 2 heavy hitters and the rest are okay. I'm a Pirate fan, I know. Hopefully this doesn't blow up in my face, but you never know. We're gambling here, man. Hopefully my Pirates can just not shell him today, but I will say this as well. All of the pitchers are fresh and all of the batters are fresh because they did have that little break. But honestly, guys, I'm telling you, 4.5 pitcher strikeouts, the Gabi would be my favorite one. And if you were to pair that with Freddy Freeman, it does only pay 2x, but it's still a double up. But again, you can pick and choose. PrizePicks is notorious for not having the best lines for MLB, guys. That's why you got to shop around. Use the model projections I provide. Shop around. Chalkboard, sleeper, underdog, and that's that. And then Flirty over here, I'm pretty sure they made it a Gabi, which they did. It's also a Gabi on Chalkboard, basically, with that payout, so that's fine. I got his strikeouts earlier at 5.5, but since they bumped that, now we can go to his pitching outs. It projects in the model. Well, we'll see what happens. So let's go check out DG real quick and see if there's any value to be had on underdog. And as you can see, Corbin, Castillo, Brown, Flirty, all 4 of those you could put in a contest and a lineup, and you could literally take all the less, and you'd put it in the mix, and you'd be fine. They're 54.5 or higher, so get in the mix on that if you want. You don't even have to do any research. It's just plug play when they're 54.5 and better. And then if you go down, you can just use it to odd shop quickly. JP Sears, Under 5 hits allowed. I gotta talk to Westbrook. Are the Angels gonna not get 5 hits? I really don't know. Again, it's early on in the day. I usually like to make my videos later when I've seen the book line settle more, but I don't have that type of time today, y'all. JP Sears over 16.5 pitching outs. I'm going to tell you the truth. I like JP Sears over 4.5 Ks. I took this right here on chalkboard over 4.5 Ks. The Angels do strike out a lot. He did just play them July 4th, and he was able to strike out 6 Angels. But this is the thing with the Angels. They get hot randomly. Their bottom half of the depth chart, the bottom pin, they start smashing balls, the bottom of the lineup. And Captain Crush, I don't understand it. What's with the Angels, Westbrook? What's going on with them? And on the flip side of that, the A's shell mid-range pitchers. And I don't think any of the Angels or A's hitters are even up yet. I tried to look for Rooker. He's not up there. If they put Rooker up at over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, you take it, because I think that's hitting. If I can find Rooker anywhere today, I'm taking it. So you could take Sears over 4.5 Ks. You can see the Angels, they're ranked 23rd against left-handed pitchers in the last 30. His main pitch being the slider, they do K a lot. And then it's under 5.5 hits allowed, or it's under 5 right now. You can see he only gave up 2 hits on July 4th. He randomly has streaks of greatness. That's just who he is. That's just the Oakland Athletics for you. They'll soon be in Vegas, by the way. They're tearing down the Tropicana. I was just there and saw it. It's going to be the Vegas A's, which is crazy to me. So let's go over here to UnderDog and build something live for the boys. And as you can see right here on UnderDog, they have the 2.5 earned runs allowed lower as kind of like a Gobby, but you could take it under there, 0.85. Hunter Brown, less 7 strikeouts. Or you can take less on his fantasy score, which is what you can see here right here on DG. It's 35, 35, 34. It's probably going to get bumped. And then you can see here on my projection sheet, I personally have him projected for 6.8 Ks. So if he does need to get 8, I think either one of these are fine. Less on the Ks, less on the fantasy score, and we're getting plus EV on the fantasy under. Throw in Sears, less 5 hits allowed. Freddy Freeman, higher 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And then they have Nola at 6.5 here. They have him at 5.5 here, so we can take him at 5.5. Personally, I'd rather just take him at 4.5 on PrizePicks, so I'll just leave that alone there. I already locked it in over there. And you know what? Since I already have Freddy Freeman on PrizePicks, I'll just take these two over here to keep my wits about me. And then Pete Alonso, less than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs is interesting. Every time I go against Alonso, any Met for that matter, I pay the price, and I pay the price dearly. But you know what? Not today, Alonso. Captain Crunch is coming for you, fella. Less. Give me less. Lower. I'm locking it in. 5 to win 30, and then I'll do this number right here. Bang. Reuse players, and let's go with the 10 ski. 10 to win 30. Bang. I'm in the mix for a crispy 15. I don't care. If I lose, I lose. I got a free roll on PrizePicks today. So there it is. Short and sweet. I gave you chalkboard, I gave you PrizePicks, and I gave you UnderDog. We went over some DG. Some light today. Short little video. Let me give my boys the flowers they deserve real quick. My boys. Look at all these green beans. Westbrook, Bran. Oh, Captain Crush had a golf green bean. Mark's World. This was the summer league slip that we were all sweating that I gave out yesterday. Shepard was under 33 seconds left, and he scored 4 points. That SOB, you hate to see it, but he did flex it, so he made some coin. He got his esports. Stone Cold threw a couple stunners on the esports. Zaddy with the esports. Romelius was the one that cooked it. I think it was Romelius, Sturdy, and ROQ cooked the esports. And of course, I was asleep. I was in bed. So as I say, save it. Save it. As Goldlock, save it. Y'all can save it. I didn't see any DMs when I woke up with any links to any greens. You guys got the green beans. You got me. But that's fine. That's fine, buddy. Look at Venom. Venom put $100 to win 1,000. Tomorrow he'll be crying that he's broke. It's unbelievable what these guys do, man. Yant 33, Leon, True King, Chalker. And then here real quick. I know Timmy's trolling, Cap giving out Tiger over. I told all you clowns on Monday, I took Tiger over 2.5 birdies. It's a round 1 gamble, but at 5 a.m. when I woke up and I can see the course was playing over 4 strokes par, I'm going to take the under on it, which is what I posted the links for. I literally gave this out in the Captain Slips tab, this 2-man. I gave it out, dude. This is called adjusting. What's true on Monday may not be true on Thursday. We had the weather change, the wind picked up, so then Tiger under became the move. That's just how it is, and I let people know. I lost a slip with Tiger over 2.5 birdies, but then I got him less because I adjusted. It's right here, dude. And if you were awake at 5 or 6 or 7 a.m. when this was going off, remember they're in Scotland way ahead of us on the time zone, you would have got it too. So take your troll, turn it sideways, and stick it straight up your candy. I won't finish that sentence, Chief. But the fact is, congrats you esports degens. I'm sorry that I was asleep. I didn't get to tail. Houston with a $500 burger? Oh my God. What is... Wow. Even Angel. Where's Angel's 25x? He didn't post it here. 90% of you guys forget to post it under the winning slip tab. That's why I have to demand you guys do it. You flood the general chat and then you forget to do it. So, as you can see, the Court has a good community. Good people posting esports even when I'm not in the mix. I post my MLB projection sheets every single day for you guys to follow along. And when there's 14 games like today, it's absolutely crucial. I post daily prop lists, slips, everything, and you can hang out with us in the general chat. And the live streams will be back before you know it. So come get in the mix. And new members, I have a deal for you right here. Gold package, CaptainCrush.net, 1 month, just like before. It's MLB new, all caps except for the last two. Apply, bang, $9.99. No excuses. It'll take you to the end of August, right when football's about to start, and then we'll shell together. So know your role. Get in the court. I'll see you in there. And once you join, give me a shout out and let me know, like Shadow Link did. So have a fun Flex Friday. Don't take it too seriously. Remember, guys, embrace the D-Gen today. It's a free roll. Have fun with it. Do whatever you want. But remember, pick your favorite two and ride with that. Because when you start putting in 5, 6, whatever 7-man slips, you're going to be eating chalk in the long run. Grind it out for MLB, I promise you. And then for Summer League, pay attention. The unders usually have the most value. Appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully, wish your boy safe travels and a good poker tournament this weekend. Here's the salute. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.